2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check the sound. Okay, seems everything is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your presence as we begin our official market overview from the Colibri team. So let's go directly to the Bitcoin and Ethereum review to see the general crypto metrics, try to analyze what is going on the chart, to see the active coins, to find the proper coins to trade today. And let's start as usually from the crypto fear and the greed index. So today we have 28, this same number as we have today, yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So the market feels some uncertainty. Still there are a lot of the fear on the market. The long traders don't want to invest money. I mean, the retail traders don't want to invest money right now into the Bitcoin because the situation looks unpredictable and sometimes it looks quite dangerous because the Bitcoin is not showing enough power in the momentums. Let's look briefly into the new metrics that we don't look before. So this is the altcoin season. We see that this for many time this already on some lower positions, so there's no time for the investing in the altcoin, but we shouldn't look very seriously on that metrics because we are day traders, we are scalpers. Each day market gives for us opportunity to gather the money, and we are not investors because the crypto market is quite different from the stock, and we don't want to hold our money for a long time and maybe waiting for some rug pull on some coins. So better to make these some speculative trades, very short trades, to take money, so get in, get green, and get out. So this is our principle in the day trading and active trading. So but anyway, so the 37 is quite low number that measure the activity and the potential of the altcoin growth. What about the liquidations? Let me set 1 hour chart. So as we see, there was quite big liquidations on the long positions, one time, the third time, second time and third time. Then we have some short squeeze here where the short traders were liquidated, and somehow unpredictable movements of the short and long traders more or less equal, but the most general volume of liquidation there's a long traders who is holding the Bitcoin and buying from the numbers like 91,000, 92 or 93. So if we will look on a 15-minute chart, so we will find this short squeeze here, and probably that means that this spike here that was occurred a few hours ago, this is this spike, and here is a big amount of the short traders. This $4.35 million was liquidated on the shorts. What about the general situation on the market? So we can use this funny crypto bubbles web page. So we see these three coins that goes generally in parallel. So LUNC, USDC, and the Luna. They're showing some growth because of the news from the today. I don't want to go deeper on the news, so let's better to look on the charts and to see what we able to get from the trades of these coins. Also, coin YB, some FTT, EGLD, Chims, and Sapiens. I think it's very, very fresh coins, but most of the coins are on red. So the fear on the market is big, and of course the general lead coin, the Bitcoin, is playing the game. So they said that, guys, I'm on the descending trend, and all the coins is repeating the general behavior of the Bitcoin. Let's look on the LUNC maybe. So we open the trading view. So the coin was active today from the beginning of the session. The beginning of the session, I mean time 00 according to the UTC. So from that time until now, it's make the 93-94% of rising. So it start to raise on the China session. So the China session was a generator and sponsor of this movement. So we can set, if we are not sleeping at the night on that time, so we can try to trade the breakthrough of the new highs on that coins. So generally, as we see, the movement was quite clear, and even this volume, this spike of the last and very, very fresh spike that happens few minutes ago, was give for us also possibility, if we were entered into the position by the market order. So anyway, we can get to see some profit, approximately 5%. So generally, this coin gives for us opportunity to scalp this coin and to make some trades. But generally speaking, said that the daily volume on that coin is not so huge. So that means that the average volume in the 1 minute is $162,000. So that means that the level 2 is a very sick, so you could not trade by the big amount of the share. So maybe the reasonable number of your share could be the $4,000 or maybe $5,000 or maximum $10,000 in some points, but not more, because the slippage will be very big and the risk to lose the money was also very big. So let's make some set some levels to see the support zone, some demand zone from here. I don't know. Okay, if we would like to trade this coin, we should wait for such accumulation, maybe a longer accumulation, because there are a lot of volume here was released, and we should wait for the normal setup for this coin to try and to break the new daily high. So until now, so better to wait and to see what this coin will draw for us. So here we have some very, very local support zone, Let me set it like here. So we have the support zone right now on a 0.00054. So maybe the price will bounce once again on that, maybe make the deeper penetration, the deeper snaps below this support zone, and maybe we will see some pullback. So if you are active scalper, you can try to trade this, but once again be careful because the level 2 is quite seen on that coin. The coin Luna. So what we will find here. So the daily volume is 24. Is so if we compare to the Lunk is 70. This in approximately 2.5 times lower. So I would prefer to do not trade or make some very small and very local trades. There is not enough liquidity here. There's very limited amount of the traders that actively scalping this coin. So for scalping, it's this not good. For day trading is also not good because this volume is very small. The coin YB. Let's look. It's 9 million. Some kind of the coins with a very low liquidity show some movement, so nobody wants to push the bigger coins with a good daily turnover. So from the lower point of the day, the coin rise up to 21%, 22%. Not a big movement, and the amount of the turnover is very weak. Better to skip. So maybe FTT chimps. I believe that this is not something serious right now. So this empty. There is nothing. So better if you see that kind of gaps in the chart, so better to skip the chart immediately. To do not try to trade, and even don't open the level 2 if you are active trader. So that means this coin is not tradable. So the setups will be weak. There's no traders, no liquidity on that coins, and some kind of algorithms, some kind of bots or market makers is riding the price. So better to skip that type of coins. But okay, it's time to look on the Bitcoin and to see what was happened from the last review. In our very first reviews, we noticed this 90,000 like a psychological level on for the Bitcoin. So, and if it will be goes down, we will see the flash, and this already occurred on that coin. We are bouncing from the local support zone in that area, but fairly said, I expecting that we will make the fake out from this lower low, but we dropped the long traders from that was holding this position at that area, so we liquidate a lot of guys from that way. We're waiting here, show the weakness of the coin, and in the next trading session, we see the few very powerful momentums goes upper, make the breakout of the previous high. We try to hold it in that area, then we make the fake out, very small fake out of the new high, and generally we start to goes down. And once again, the traders who are counting that we should expect the growth, that buy on that zone, so they once again squeezed from were squeezed from their positions, and the Bitcoin is start to move once again down. Now on the chart we see the pullback from the 88. So, and for me, still I didn't see the setup. But one remark that all the time I think raise in your head when you hear from me that I don't see the setup. I'm not holding the Bitcoin. I'm not a swing trader of the Bitcoin, so I don't want to keep the trade with such a big coins with a big liquidity for a long time. I wish to find the setup that it was good for the momentum trading. So if I will see the very strong level, I will see there's some kind of very strong zone, and if we will break, we will see the flush, we will see a lot of the stop loss, we will see the liquidity releasing after the breaking of this level. I will trade the Bitcoin, or I will trade the Ethereum. But for now, the general movements on that coins is quite a weak, and shows the uncertainty. Mostly show the uncertainty, but not shows the some kind of uh, potential setup that we like a scalpers, like a day traders could trade. Maybe some guys who is trading according to the smart money, or trading according to the indicators calculations, or something else, so they could trade. But for me, as more secure, and for my deposit is much more secure to do not trade, to do not enter on such trades. The volatility, once again, of the quite with the coins with the high liquidity is very small, and the risk to, and so I should enter and double or increase, not the double, maybe to use the 10 leverage or 20 leverage or 50 leverage to get the same profit like in the in-play coins. But and the commission for the trade will be quite huge. So even Bitcoin is making 0.2 movement, I will lose my money because I should pay for the commission. So I prefer to skip these big coins if there are not enough power on them. So we see the local support zone. I wouldn't count that it is very strong, but everything could be. So I can draw it like here. So we see that from the last time we have this kind of demand zone on that area. But if we draw all the demand zone inside of the flat, it will be the crazy. So okay, let's keep it until the next review, but I prefer to do not trade like that. So we have the border on the top, we have the border on the bottom, and so let's wait what Bitcoin will do. So we should not trade from each support zone to count that it will be the pullback, or the Bitcoin will bounce or make the reversal from the local local zones. So I don't like to draw this such big amount of the zones inside of the big flat. And of course this is not right. This is just to understand what was going on. So the price is bouncing, and here the Bitcoin is accumulating the liquidity before it makes some reverse and start the local descending movement. I think everything more or less clear with this. So let's wait what will happen in the next few hours or the next few days with the Bitcoin, and let's look on the Ethereum. So the Ethereum shows much more power in the ascending movement. So we are bounce into our local demand zone, make the reversal movement, and the repeating the descending movement after the Bitcoin. So we have here this small local zone, but I don't want to draw it really. It doesn't have any sense because we are not trading the bouncing from that zone because of the volatility of the Ethereum is also not so big. And I don't want to stay at the deal with a huge risk to stay 2-3 hours to get the 0.7% of the profit, and to give to the exchange the 0.2 of this profit like a commission for the trade. So I don't like that kind of trades, so better to skip this. So once again we have the new highs on that coin, on the Ethereum. It doesn't give for us any understanding, so this is not the levels. If we want to count that it will be the level, we should see some additional pressures and the bouncing from that level. So this level will not be used for the breakout trading, for the breakout setup. And let's once again look what will show. So we are stop on the 3000. I think 3000 is quite reliable, the support zone, because this is a round number. All the time we should look at the round numbers, the whole numbers or the round numbers, because each trader see this. It's quite easy to keep in the memory, keep in mind that kind of levels, and a lot of the people using the round numbers to set the orders on them. So like 3000, 2,500, 2000, 200, 2000 to 250, to 2750, to 2800, something like that. So all the time we keep in mind that the round numbers play a big role in the decisions of the retail traders, and of course with the big guys who is also trading that kind of levels strategy. Okay, let's come back to our presentation. There today the short. Once again, I want to postpone this deep discussion about the comparison the stock and crypto for the next briefing. So I want to once again raise your attention on a special strategy that could generate a lot of the profit for you, the trading the new listings on exchanges. So let me remove this one. Let me remove. So this is the strategy. Some traders that are trading the volatility, which are specified on the riding the volatility, they are waiting for that kind of setups. They are waiting for that period when the coin is listed on the big exchanges, because it has a lot of the things that give opportunity to make the good trades, to make a good profit on a short term. So the main benefits, so this is a high volatility, and this is a high equal to the high profit potential, but of course it's equal to the high lose or the high potential of the losing money. But if you know what you are doing, if you use the proper tools, if you use a proper strategy, so you will get the high profit in the theory. So the new listings often experience sharp price movement in the first hours of the days, creating opportunities for the significant gains. A strong market hype and the attention, so the new tokens attract a lot of the traders, influencers, but let's focus on the traders. If there's no big impact on the market makers, if there's not big impact on the bots or some algorithms, if the traders are traded, the real people who is taking the decisions, who is opening and closing the position, who is setting the stop losses, all the patterns like bear flags, the trend lines, the breaking of the levels, the fake outs, the fake breakouts, everything will be worked on that type of the trading. So you will find the setup, and in 80 or 90% of probability it will work, workable. So we will see on the chart how it works, and after when the traders are leaving this coin, so we will see that mostly nothing is working. So no trend lines, no bear or bearish flags not working. So the breakouts are dirty. All the setups becomes more dirty, and there's volatility is going down. So there's no possibility to get the money from that coin where the traders are not existed. because all time we should keep in mind, when we get the money, somebody is losing the money. So, and we should be on the side of the traders who knows what they're doing, and the side which get the money but not the lose money. Especially the interesting listings occurred in the Binance, but not in the Binance itself. Sometimes on the Bybit, sometimes on the OKX, sometimes on the Gate. Sometimes the quite interesting listings could happen on the low liquidity exchanges. So this is another type of the strategy, because the level 2 is not the same. When I said not the same, so it is more empty. There are thin liquidity in the level 2, and you should use a little bit another strategy how to trade the listings on the exchanges. Not exactly the listings, all the setups, all the things in the low liquidity levels. So you should count mostly on the big beats, big ask on that. But okay, so don't want to hurry up with that information. So we will see how it's traded on real life. So, but generally, the Binance give opportunity to trade the like a traditional market are traded. And the highest liquidity among the exchanges. So this, if you have the big deposit, if you use big but reasonable leverages, so it gives you a lot of the potential buying power, so you could utilize your deposit and set the big shares in the level 2, and you should not scare the slippage. So this is the main benefits for the trading, and let's open the trading view with the possibility to use a market simulator. Maybe we will do that kind of small lessons and small attempts to trade the coins in a simulator, because for me it's quite interesting, especially if we have the coin with a good volatility, to test the habits, to test the knowledges. And also, of course, if you have the prepaid version of the trading view, so you can use the simulator of the market. And maybe let's wait, maybe I can switch to the English, it's better. Okay, let's try to set everything on English. Oh, okay. So we are making these changes. Let's come back to the beginning. So in the last broadcast I show you this NATR indicator. So, and I recommend to you to do not trade the coin if the volatility, the NATR number is below the 1.5. I mean, to trade, to try to ride the volatility, try to make the active trading on the coin, whereas NATR below the 1.5. So if we will switch on the market simulation, we can proceed step by step, and I will explain to you what we will see all the time and what kind of market solution we should make. The first candle open, and if you use level 2, you probably will see how the bids and ask corresponding to each other, and who is pushing, who is leading on that. So the market open market open on the price like 0032. It goes up, then goes down, and then return and closed at the number like 0.31. Immediately we should set by the drawing tools, or maybe to set this in mind, the borders of this first candle, because everything is start right now. You could see by your own eyes how the process is continuing, and to make the very quick trading decisions immediately after the picture will change, and you will see the familiar to your setup. So shift here. So we see the green candle, we see that fake out, and what we can expect on the next candle. So or the movement will continue in develop, and we will see the ascending and very aggressive ascending trend, or this is the fake out and the price will be returned, and we will try to update the lower border. So let me increase the scale right now. Press the next candle. So we see that we cross once again, trying to cross once again this candle. If we will use level 2, probably we can try to, after the opening, to find the coin on the same level, like a closing of the previous price. We can open the very short trade and get the, okay, not 1.65, but maybe we can count on the 1% of the profit.